One of the champions of small business and job creation in the United States Congress is Congressman Randy Hultgren of Illinois' 14th Congressional District. That's a collar district. I think it starts in Wisconsin and ends in Colorado. Congressman Hultgren, welcome. It's great to have you.
Hey, Hugh, great to be with you. Congratulations on the show. I love it, and love Town Hall Review. It's one of my absolutely cannot miss podcasts that I listen to every single week. So
thank you. Now, when you're driving into the Hill in the morning, and I know some congressmen, not Tom Cotton, not Mike Pompeo, they go to work early. Those guys, I think they show up around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But when you drive in the morning, you can listen on AM 1260. I hope you call us as you drive in. I don't know if you're a Virginian or Marylander or if you live on the Hill.
I'm on the Hill, but but I listen and enjoy it and learn a lot every single day. So appreciate your work. It's important, and really need you and your listeners to stay involved more than ever. So thank you for your great work.
I want to ask you about the 14th, because I know Chicago a little bit. My daughter went to Northwestern, but the 14th is an interesting district. I'm not really, Joe Walsh is our afternoon drive guy on WIND. What's the 14th?
Well, it's the western suburbs, northern suburbs, 7 counties that wrap around Cook County. So we've got a lot of people who commute into Chicago, a lot of smaller towns. We move out. The far western part of the district is a lot of ag. So agriculture, we've got the best land literally in the world in Illinois, best crop-growing soil. So we've got wonderful, hardworking people who just want an opportunity. They're not looking for handouts. They're looking for opportunity, and they are frustrated with what this administration and this government has been doing to them, especially small businesses. This has really historically been a manufacturing district. The Fox River runs up through all the way through my district, and there were a lot of great manufacturing companies, plants along this river, and many of them have been forced to close or sell because of the burdens that government has been throwing at them. And that's why I'm so excited about what you and others are doing, what's going to be happening in Orlando tonight, bringing small business back. The Job Creators Network is such an important work for us to do. I grew up in small business. My family has a funeral home in Wheaton, Illinois. And
in Wheaton?
all were a part.
My brother-in-law is the pastor at Wheaton Baptist.
Really? That's great. It's an awesome church and a great community. And so that's my hometown. But saw so closely the challenge of running small business.
If people look at a funeral home, they don't think small business, but of course it is.
It is. Now many big businesses have tried to buy up funeral homes. We still believe the best service is provided by a local family, a mom and pop who are passionate about serving through one of the most difficult times of their life. But we see it over and over again, Hugh, of how small businesses are being crushed under a tax burden, under regulatory craziness, and healthcare costs that continue to go up and up and up, and also lack of access to capital that is so important for them to be able to hire and grow.
Now, I've been to Chicago a lot. When my son was playing college water polo, I'd come in and they played in that conference, and I would drive out to Northern Illinois University. Lots of wheat, by the way, lots of corn out there.
Yes.
But 2.4 million workers are employed in the Illinois small business community. That's a lot of small business jobs. I'm not sure your colleagues appreciate that on the Hill, do they?
I don't think they do. It's massive. You really look at still the unemployment rate that we all know those numbers aren't right, what the government spews out there. But if we are going to get this economy turned around, it's got to happen by small businesses growing again. As you said, over 2 million just here in Illinois. Half of all jobs throughout the nation are small business related, and 2/3 of new jobs created will be through small business. And yet when you ask small businesses, are you looking to hire, only 1 out of 5 are saying, I'm looking to hire right now, and that's way too small. We've got to turn that around. If we are going to get this economy vibrant again, we've got to get small business growing again. It's the only way it's going to happen.
Now you talk about small businesses in your district. When you talk to them, what do you hear about the government and them?
Well, yeah, first and foremost, all they're asking for is for us to get out of the way. They want to serve their customer. They want to make their product. But when you get into more specifics, there's really 3 main obstacles that we've got to deal with. It's crippling taxes, it's job-killing regulations, and it's a stifling lack of access to capital. If we can deal with those 3 things, I think the lid could come off as far as growth of this economy for small business. And all of us would be impacted as that happens. So I really do think we've got an opportunity to address a tax system that is punishing productivity. rather than encouraging it. We've got to turn that around. We've got to start having a regulatory system that isn't this attack mode where we've got our regulators, OSHA, EPA, where they're coming into small business with the intent to fine. They come in and say, we're looking for this, but we're not leaving until we find something. And then this access to capital. I serve on the Financial Services Committee.
Oh, you were with John Campbell all those years then.
Yeah,
he's my good friend, but he's a horrible guy to have to work with. I mean, the guy just never shuts up. No, he's my guest host whenever I'm not here. Campbell comes
awesome.
in.
So
he's a wonderful guy.
For me.
Yeah.
He's terrific. So we miss him. But yeah, great guy. But it's so important. I see it for my own family. My mom and dad. My dad worked for a funeral home in Chicago. Had the dream of owning his own place. But it really was a local community banker who saw something in my parents. Even though we didn't have tons of resources, the local community banker said, "You're going to make this work. We need a small family, Christian family, running this funeral home, and we're going to make this loan to you." And they've made it work for the last 40-plus years, has absolutely had a significant impact on our
Dodd-Frank is killing this, isn't it? Dodd-Frank is killing small business lending.
It is. Over 1,000 small community banks have closed just since Dodd-Frank has passed. They are the ones who feel the brunt of this. The big banks, they can deal with it. They've got whole floors of compliance, but a small community bank has to pull someone off of customer service to be able to fill out the paperwork that never gets looked at, yet it's really crushing community banks who are the ones who are making the loans to small businesses. So if we can deal with this, I really believe such a significant part of our economy would come back by growing small businesses once again.
I'm talking with Congressman Randy Hultgren of Illinois' 14th Congressional District, one of the great voices for small businesses, reminding everyone in the Orlando area as well. At 7 o'clock tonight at the Hilton Orlando, Frank Luntz and Mike Gallagher are getting together with the Job Creators Network. If you want to join the Job Creators Network, it is absolutely free. You just go to HewittForSmallBusiness.com, HewittForSmallBusiness.com. They will give you all the information you need to know to help be part of the solution there. We got a minute left, Congressman Hultgren. Do you think the awareness of small business is spreading?
I do. We need more help. We need to be telling this story again, that this is really the foundation. This has always been the foundation of our nation. My great-grandparents all came to America from Sweden back around 1900. They left Sweden because there was no opportunity there. They came to America not because we had big, great government programs. They came here because this was the land of opportunity. And they just wanted that chance to thrive and to have a better future for themselves, but really for their kids and grandkids. I'm so grateful for the sacrifices that were made for them coming here. We need to keep telling that story of this is the land of opportunity, and small business is a key part of it.
Congressman Randy Hultgren, great to have you on. Remember America tonight in Orlando at the Altamont Springs Hilton. Go over at 6 o'clock. It's absolutely free. Doors open at 6. I'll be right back, America. Stay tuned. It's the Hugh Hewitt Show.